Good morning, and welcome to episode 81 of Getting Rich. I'm your host, Rich Checkan, president of Asset Strategies International, and today is Wednesday, July 13th, 2022. Today, I'm bringing this segment to you live from the Mirage Hotel in Las Vegas, where we anticipate the start of Freedomfest 2022, where we all get together and we try to figure out what's going on in governments, politics, the world, and most importantly for your portfolio in economies worldwide. What is going on? Today, we'll get a little bit more insight into what is going on as we get the June CPI numbers. They're expected to come in at 8.8%, showing that there still is not a peak to the inflation that we've seen over the past year and a half. Then all eyes will turn on the Federal Open Market Committee meeting next week, where they are expected to hike rates another 75 basis points. And that's a fairly aggressive move, but still very little, very late. In the meantime, the markets continue to crater. The Dow is down 15% on the year, the S&P 500 is down 20% on the year, and the NASDAQ is down 28% on the year. Bitcoin's below $20,000, but the news so far this year is the US dollar keeps making new 20-year highs. It's up near 108 on the index against major basket of major currencies. That's a 12% increase thus far this year. And amidst all of that going on, the horrible numbers on the stock exchange, the strong dollar, etc., everybody keeps talking about how weak gold is, impotent gold. I'm going to talk about that here in a second, but first, let's look at the numbers for the past week. Gold is at $1,730.50, down 2% from last week's figure of $1,766.20. Silver is down 1% at $19.05 versus last week's $19.25. Platinum is down 1.75% at $8.55 from $8.70, down $15. And Palladium continues to surge like it has the past couple weeks. It's up 3.75% to $2,101 versus last week's $20.26. The gold-silver ratio has come down slightly, but it's still in rarefied air in the stratosphere. It's up at 91.27 from 91.70 last week. That's because silver fell a little bit slower than gold did this past week. And as I mentioned, the dollar index up near 108 at 107.98 versus 106.73 last week. So everybody talks about how impotent gold is. It's not doing its job, is what we hear from a lot of folks. I'm sure I'm going to hear a lot of that from folks here at Freedomfest. But the reality is, it's doing its job. It is only down 5% thus far this year, against a 12% increase in the US dollar. I'll say that again. Gold is only down 5% thus far this year against a 12% increase in the US dollar when all the other equities markets are cratering. Gold is deflating as the bubble that the Fed created is being deflated by the Fed. But gold deflates slower. Yes, gold does perform well in a deflationary environment by not losing as much as other alternative assets. And then when inflation kicks in, and folks, it will. Let's face it, it's going to take astronomical amounts of money to service the debt at $30 trillion. The Fed cannot keep raising rates. And when they reverse course, you will see gold shine. Get some now, it's dirt cheap. Want you, as always, to go ahead and join us on YouTube, like us, send us your comments, follow our social media, get our newsletters. They're free, and most people say it's worth every penny. And please, whatever you do, don't ever forget that getting rich starts with keeping what's yours.